So, if you've ever looked at the process of submitting your research to a journal and thought it felt like a total maze, you are definitely not alone. The whole point of this explainer is to take that intimidating process and just break it down into a simple, clear, and honestly, a pretty manageable path. Let's get your amazing work out there for the world to see.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 5 key stages together. First, the prep phase. Then we'll jump into the portal itself. After that, we'll tackle uploading your files, then adding all your manuscript details, and finally, we get to the best part, the final submission. It's a clear roadmap from start to finish. Let's get into it.
All right, let's kick things off with step 1, the preparation phase. And I'm not kidding when I say this is probably the most important step in the whole process. If you get this part right, everything else just flows so much smoother. It's the key to a stress-free submission.
This right here, this is the golden rule. Seriously. Before you do anything else, you have to find and read the instructions for authors. You might also see it called author guidelines or manuscript preparation guidelines. Think of this as the rule book for the journal. Skipping this is hands down the #1 reason submissions get delayed or even rejected right away. So yeah, it's pretty non-negotiable.
Okay, so what do you actually need to prepare? Here's a pretty standard checklist. Before you even log into that portal, go to the journal's website and grab all these templates. You're going to need a title page, a blinded manuscript, that's the one with no author details so the review is fair, plus forms for authorship, copyright, and conflict of interest. My advice? Make a new folder on your computer, download all of these, fill them out, and save them there. If you need an ethical clearance, get that letter ready to go too. This prep work is absolutely everything.
Okay, on to step 2. You've got your folder full of perfectly prepared files. Now it's time to actually head into the submission portal. We're officially moving from prep work to action.
The first thing you'll see after you log in is usually this submission checklist. And look, this is not just some formality you can click right through. This is your last chance to double-check that you've got everything the journal requires. So take a second, read each point, tick the boxes, and then you can hit save and continue.
And now for step 3, which is honestly the most critical technical part of this whole thing. Uploading your files. This is where you really need to pay attention to the details. But don't let that scare you. It's super simple as long as you follow the instructions. This slide shows the one mistake people make all the time, but it's so easy to avoid. When you upload a file, the system is going to ask you, hey, what is this? You have to pick the right category from a drop-down menu. Your main blinded paper has to be labeled as manuscript, not supplementary file. And why is this so important? Well, the system is set up to automatically send the file labeled manuscript to the reviewers. If you get this wrong, they might not even get your paper. That's going to cause some major delays.
So, before you click that next button, just pause. Ask yourself this one simple question. Is every single file in its correct category? Double check, triple check. Trust me, it is so much easier to fix it right now than trying to sort it out in an email with the editor later on.
We are on the home stretch now. Let's move on to step 4. Adding your manuscript details. The really tricky technical part is behind us. This is mostly just some straightforward data entry, but remember, this is the very first impression your work is going to make, so you still want to be precise.
And the process here is really simple. You're just going to copy and paste your title, your abstract, and your keywords into the boxes. Here's a little pro tip. Before you paste your abstract, copy it into a plain text editor like Notepad first. That'll get rid of any weird formatting that might mess things up. Once everything's in, just hit save and continue. See? Almost there. And here we are. We have made it to the finish line. Step 5, the final submission. All that hard work, all that careful prep, it all comes down to this one last, super satisfying moment. So, after you've entered all your details, the system's going to pull everything together and show you a final confirmation message. And pay attention to that wording, ready to be sent. It hasn't been sent yet. The system is giving you one final look, one last chance to make sure everything is perfect. Before you take a nice deep breath and click that big, beautiful button, Finish Submission. And that's it. That's the moment your research officially heads off for peer review. And with that one click, you did it. Your submission is complete. Your manuscript is officially in the hands of the journal, and the review process can begin. Take a moment to celebrate. Seriously, congratulations! You just navigated the whole thing like a pro. So there you have it. That process that seemed like a confusing maze, it's just a simple 5-step path. It's not a mystery anymore. The only real question left is the one you see right here. Now that you know exactly how to do it, what incredible research are you going to share with the world?